Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kennedy Paige if you're new here, and for today's makeup tutorial I created this super easy glam prom makeup look. This consists of a halo eye and some gold glitter, and it may look super intimidating, but I assure you it's super easy to accomplish. Anyone can do it. So don't forget to subscribe down below to join the K team, and if you want to know how I created this makeup look, just keep on watching. So our first step is to do our brows, like always, and for this I'm going to be taking the Anastasia at Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown, and there's a spoolie side and then there's the pencil side. So with the spoolie, just brushing the brow hairs upwards, like always. And then with the pencil, I'm gonna make this super natural. The look we're going for is not the Instagram brow, where it's like the super like sharp, really full coverage kind of brow. We're looking for that kind of fluffy, wispy brow. So we really just wanna go in tiny little brow strokes and fill in the brow wherever it's sparse. So I'm gonna start doing that and show you how I'm gonna achieve that. And next, for the innermost part of the brow, I'm just going to be filling in just a little bit so I can create the shape I want, and I can fill in wherever there's only sparse hairs. But I don't want to fill in wherever there actually is hairs because we want to just keep this really light, fluffy, and natural. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on the other brow, and I'll be right back. Next, to make sure our brows don't move throughout the entire night, whether you're sweating, dancing, just having a good time, we want them to stay in place. I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, and I have the shade Chocolate. So just brushing this through the brow hairs in an upwards motion, just like we do when we are taking a spoolie through them. My ankle won't crack, it's really bothering me. Now it's time to carve out the brows, and for this I'm taking my concealer, which is the Becca Aqua Luminous in shade Light, and for concealer brush, the Delium Tools 936. Next, I'm going to take this under my brow as well, and taking it down to the eye, I'm having a brain thing. Taking it down to the lash line so we can prime our eyelids. Next, we want to set down that concealer because we don't want it to crease, because if your eyeshadow creases, it's because your concealer wasn't properly set, and we want to eliminate that from happening during prom. So I'm going to be taking my favorite translucent powder. I love this because it won't have flashback when you're doing photography, and you're most likely going to have pictures done because it's your prom, you know, it's something that you just have pictures done for. So this is the Laura Mercier. If you're recreating this makeup look, I highly recommend that you get this or something like it, because flashback is just a big no-no, especially during photography. And to pack all that on and just kind of brush it away off my eyelid, the Delium Tools 785. So what I'm first doing is packing it on to where I know my eyes are gonna already crease, which is kind of in this eyelid area, because that's what happens when you like open your eyes, they crease up so that you can open your eyes. So I'm gonna pack it in there and then like dust it away. Next, I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow. I'm gonna be taking the Carli Bible Deluxe, oh my god, it's blending with the backdrop. I'm gonna put it in front of me. The Carli Bible Deluxe Edition eyeshadow palette. And the first shade, I have to open it. The first shade I'm gonna be picking up is right here. So just dusting all over the eyelid, just making sure that it's very blended. For my first two transition colors, I'm going to be picking up this one over here at the right top corner and this one diagonal to it. Next, I'm going to dip into this warm brown right here, and again, just pop this into the crease, keeping a little bit more tighter so we can really start to define and contour the crease. Next, picking up that same warm brown again and packing this on to the inner and outer V to start creating a soft halo effect. So the reason I really like doing soft halos is because for me, I do have a little more of almond shaped eyes, and I want to pull them out and make them look more circular, and so by creating the shimmery or just like lighter shade in the center, it helps to like pull them out this way so they look more big and like doll-eyed and circular. So that's what I like to do. And if I was going to prom, this is probably the makeup look I would go for. Next color I'm taking on the outer V and inner V again is this more darker brown. It's a little more cool toned, so it's going to start bringing in that really dark and deep effect. And by doing this and making sure you take a lot of different transition colors, it's going to make it so it does look more blended, and this will just take it 10 times more glam than you can get it. So just picking up this darker brown color and keeping it really tight on the outer corner. So the next part that does make this makeup look a little more glam is this really dark brown color. It maybe looks a little bit black on the camera, but it's just like a really dark brown. And so we're gonna keep this very, very limited, not too much of this color. We just wanna place it really, really, really tightly and not that much on the inner and outer corner to really help deepen that up. And that's gonna be the last transition shade we'll use until we get into the shimmer and glitter. Next, to create that kind of halo look, I'm going to be taking this highlighter shade. It's a really gorgeous gold color, and my concealer brush, and I'm going to be taking the Delium Tools 936, and what I'm going to be doing is picking up some of the product. These are super pigmented, so they're really great. And if you're really not that great with cut creases, using a concealer brush to apply this is super easy because it makes it look like you didn't want to cut crease, but you still wanted to have that really nice clean halo effect, and this makes it super easy. So we're just putting this on the very middle and center of the eyelid. So I'm going to be using the Heavy Metal Glitter Liner by Urban Decay in the very center, and so this is super easy, just to put a little bit of glitter on your eyelid, a little bit on top of that little halo line. Next, just in case you stuffed up the makeup look, we're gonna add some really big lashes. My pro tip for you is that if you're not the greatest at doing eyeshadow, a really great way to glam up the look is just by adding eyelashes. So for this, I'm gonna be taking a pair that are a little bit more bold than I normally go with because they are faux mink, and because it's prom, you want your lashes to be popping. You want everyone in the camera, everyone on the dance floor to be looking at your lashes and saying, whoa. So I'm going to be taking the Faux Mink Lashes by Ardell, and these are so pretty. Like, can you see? Like, what? These are gorgeous, and they were only $10, so I mean, like, what? And for lash glue, taking my all-time favorite, if you've seen my other videos, this is the Eyeshadow Companion Eyelash Glue. Next, I'm going to be applying a little bit of moisturizer because I want my skin to look super healthy and refreshed and not dry. So I'm going to be using the new Purity one by Philosophy. I really love this because it's lightweight, so you don't like feel it on top of your skin. So I just take 2 pumps of this and just evenly spread it out throughout my face. Next, I'm going to go in with a primer. This one is a pore filler. So because you're going to be having your pictures done, it is prom night, we don't want our pores to be very exposed. We want our skin to look flawless, smooth, perfect for HD cameras, which is the Professional Primer by Benefit. So I just take some and I apply it, especially where I know my pores are a little bit more bigger than the rest, which is like right by the sides of my nose, right in this area. So this one is the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. So I'm just buffing this out using my Juno & Co sponge. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm obsessed with this sponge. It's so great. You guys should all go try it out because it's honestly the best sponge. But for concealer, I'm going to be taking the Becca Aqua Luminance. Next, we're going to set down and bake using the Laura Mercier translucent powder and my Juno sponge. And baking is really important because it's going to create longevity and hold on to your makeup. And press into our under eyes. I'm also just pushing this in, but like not baking, just like pushing the powder into my skin wherever I'm oily. So like in my T-zone, because the smile lines, because I don't want my oily and greasiness to come through. I want it to look glowy wherever I place the glow. So yeah. Next, while we let that sit and bake, I'm gonna bronze / contour, and I'm gonna be taking my Tarte bronzer in Parquet Princess. Next, I'm gonna bake under the bronzer / contour to create a really sharp line. So while that is sitting and baking and carving out our cheekbones a little more, chiseling us, because the last thing you want is to have your bronzer like fall down and then your cheeks look droopy and not cute, baby girl. So we're gonna be taking, for blush, the Blush Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and my palette I have is in Radiant, and I really super duper love this. Like, we talk about the packaging, how it's ombre, like so cute. So the shade I'm gonna be taking is called Coastline. Ooh, girl, those are pigmented. Next, we're gonna finish off the eyes. I'm gonna take this shade, this dark brown color, again right here, and just smoke out the lower lash line, and using my Absolute Shadow Brush by It Cosmetics. Next, going into that really dark brown color, and again, keeping this on the outer and inner portions of our under eye. Next, I'm gonna go back in with that gold we used before on the center of our eyelid and my concealer brush, and just put this on the very center of the lower lash line. And going back in with the same Midnight Cowboy glitter liner by Urban Decay on the lower lash line, kind of recreating the same thing we did on our eyelid, but now on our lower lash line. Next, we're going to dust away the remaining bake underneath our contour with the same brush we used to dust off the under eyes, and just making sure we really get all of that off. Next, we're going to go in for highlight with that gold shade we took before. Ooh, it's not high enough for our eyes, and just using this as a highlight. This is by Revolution. I picked it up at Ulta actually. This is the Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. Next, for this makeup look, I was really feeling a gloss, but something that had like a color to it, and so I thought that this one would work really well. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Lip Gloss in the shade Papa Don't Peach. So we have reached the end of this prom makeup tutorial. If you enjoyed watching this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe down below for more videos and to join the K team. I love you all so much. Please leave me a comment telling me what you liked about the video and what you want to see me do next. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to stay updated with my YouTube and all the videos I'm posting, don't forget to follow my Instagram at Kennedy_Tote. I love you all so much, and thank you for watching. Thank you.